How is everybody doing? How is everyone doing? Today I wanted to talk to you folks about immigration and things to consider when you want to immigrate, that is for a long term or potentially moving permanently to another country. Things to consider. And what I've come to realize is that immigration is not something that is available to everyone. It's something that is only available to a minority of people in each country. It's available to the very skilled and educated, and to those who are rich, regardless of education levels. But I'm not going to go into those who are rich, because if you are rich, you don't really need any pointers about how to immigrate, because if you're rich, you can just buy permanent residency anywhere in the world. It's true with almost every country in the world. So, I'm going to break down this into several pointers, and then I'm going to give you some pointers on this video, then I'm going to do another one. Some of the easiest ways of immigrating, or that are going to put you in a better place for you to be able to immigrate, is to take transfer within your company to another country. And the best way to go about this initially or at the beginning would be, because there'll be a queue or a long list of people who are more senior than you, who are ahead in terms of they being in a position where they can take transfer requests for the more sought out destinations. So if you are not senior and you are a new recruit in a company, you might want to take the transfers to places where other people don't want to go. And this advice might not be valid to married folks and to folks who are married and have kids. This is for folks who are still not tied down by marriage and kids and bonds to a particular location. A company might want someone to go to their Nairobi, Lusaka, or Lilongwe, or Lagos office for a year or a couple of years. If you're in a position to do it. It might be to an Asian country like Malaysia or Nepal or India. It might even be Singapore. I'll say take that too. The reason being that when you do that, number one, you put yourself in a better position for the kind of destinations that you want to actually go to in the future. Because if the company wants someone to go to Lusaka and you really don't want to go there, but the company needs skilled people at your level to go there, and you take it and you are there for 2 years, and then there's opportunity for someone to go to London, which is probably what you want, or for someone to go to New York or Boston or LA later on, while you've stayed with the company now for say 4 years or 5 years, and you've taken this assignment which no one else wanted to take, you're in a better position in the eyes of the company to be preferred to take those sought after locations. That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is that if you're applying for international jobs and you can show in your CV that, okay, you've worked in South Africa for 4 years, and then you worked in Nairobi for 3 years, companies are more likely to look at that as someone who is better suited to work in unfamiliar situations and is able to work with people from very diverse backgrounds, and that sort of gives you a benefit and an advantage over the folks who have stayed in the company maybe in Cape Town for 10 years or in Johannesburg. Yeah, so there is actually tangible evidence that people who have worked in different countries and especially different continents are more likely to be considered by other multinational companies who are looking to fill their positions abroad than someone who has worked in the same country all of his life, went to school there, went to university there, worked there, lived there forever. So you are at a disadvantage if that happens. And I've also seen that a lot of folks that tend to, I've seen a lot of immigration that has happened with the people that I know, which was not necessarily planned. For a lot of these folks, they just got it. They were working for a multinational company in Johannesburg or Cape Town, and then there was an opportunity in London or Edinburgh or Abu Dhabi or Dubai, and then they're like, okay, well, I'll take it. It's often single folks who have no kids, who have no meaningful social life happening in a particular place, like say Cape Town or Johannesburg, and then they're like, oh, well, here's a great opportunity. What do I have to lose? And then they're like, okay, I'm gonna go there for 2 years, 3 years, and then they end up being there for 10 years. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of that happening. So which also goes into saying, take these opportunities when they arise. You never really know what can happen. You might actually find yourself being in a situation where there's an opening in a location that you really want to go to, and because you've taken this opportunity earlier, you are more likely to be considered for others. When the company knows that, okay, you are not just putting your interest, you are also putting the interest of the company. I mean, because this issue of working, it's a symbiotic relationship. Companies want something, you want something, and if you can show that you are a team player who is more, who's likely to make sacrifices for the sake of the greater good of the company is likely in the future to consider your interests when you say, okay, you know what, I want to be in Boston, or I want to be in San Francisco. I don't know why anyone would want to go there, but there's some people who want to go there. Or I want to be in LA or New York or Chicago, or I want to be in Manchester or London or Paris or Edinburgh or Belfast. Yeah, so really, that's those are some of the ways that I've found immigration to be happening quite a lot, with a lot of educated folks who are, especially in the financial services space. There's a lot of this type of immigration. And I'll advise young professionals who want to immigrate to consider these options of, if there's an opening in Riyadh or in Doha, take it. Just take it and commit to a year or two there, and then take it from there. If you don't like it, you can always go back to South Africa. Yeah, I mean, if there's an opportunity in some of the unlikeliest places that one might think of, it might be Asia, it might be East Africa, it might be a remote area somewhere in Moldova. Just take it, and see how it goes. What really do you have to lose? Yeah, I'll shoot another video about other things to consider when thinking about immigration. Cool. See you next time.